Meanwhile, TSU legislators expressed anger over current negotiations in Beijing between Taiwan and China over a cross-strait trade in goods pact. The TSU accuses Beijing of rushing into talks ahead of the Taiwan's elections, saying it's yet another sign of the cozy relationship between the Ma administration and Beijing. Pressure from the TSU made the Council of Agriculture promise that bans on prohibited Chinese agricultural imports will stay in place.
The Ministry of Economic Affairs yesterday announced that preparatory talks ahead of the 13th round of negotiations over the cross-strait trade and goods pact were not going as well as expected. The TSU was furious, accusing the government of political machinations.
All this highlights is that the government's communication abilities with China and its communication channels are there in place for political purposes and have no use for true negotiations.
The TSU said the talks in Beijing were a clear manifestation of the Ma administration's coziness with China and said no results had been produced. The Ministry of Economic Affairs has said it may permit a controlled amount of Chinese agricultural imports. There is speculation in the Taiwan media that this could mean the government will open up its markets to 90% of prohibited Chinese agricultural imports. The TSU is urging the government not to relax its bottom line on agriculture.
The Chinese agricultural imports that we will open up to have absolutely nothing to do with farmers' livelihoods here. For example, Taiwan does not produce rambutans. Items like this are within the scope we are considering.
The TSU is demanding that the Council of Agriculture and the Economics Ministry not use their connections with China to rescue the KMT from poor election prospects and sacrifice the interests of farmers while doing so. The TSU stressed it will monitor the government thoroughly to protect Taiwan's sovereignty.